Yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Welcome to Mobimals. Mafia Animals Poker Playing Cards. Make 100. Where real-life mobsters meet the wild side. Let's dive into the intriguing world of this unique deck. Meet Carmine the Snake Persico and Vincent Mad Dog Call. Real-life mobsters with fascinating stories. Mobimals takes these characters and transforms them into their animal nickname counterparts. Introducing a 55-card poker-sized deck featuring 52 of your favorite mobsters reimagined as animals. Each card is a dedication to a different real-life mobster, complete with their name, nickname, affiliation, and birth-death years. But that's not all. This limited edition print run includes exclusive items like poker chips, signed decks, whiskey glasses, challenge coins, and even handmade Mobimal plushies. Don't miss your chance to be part of this limited edition experience. Back Mobimals, Mafia Animals Poker Playing Cards. Make 100 on Kickstarter now. Let's bring these mobster animals to life together.
Guess why we're here, Laurie?
Why are we here?
I think we're here to sell some of those.
I think so too. I'm really excited. Now, Bret, you and I haven't officially met, so very nice to meet you, sir. We've been moving in the same circles. I've been playing your commercial on my show lots. So I have a ton of questions for you, and I feel like we're talking the same language here. So whiskey glasses, poker cards, and plushies. Oh my, right?
Glass. I was like, come on, dude.
I know. I was like, those are all things I love, and some of the things I put on my campaigns as well. So I was like, oh, we should be friends.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you said, we haven't officially met, but I've been following you, following Pops and stuff, and I was like, ooh, yeah, definitely need to set something up. So
yeah. So you launched your brand new campaign when? Earlier today?
Yeah, so officially, I launched it at like 12:01 a.m. so I'm a night owl, so I was up late, and right before I went to bed, I just kind of clicked the launch button because I said I was going to do it on Friday. I think it was like 12:05, and I'm just like, do it, go to bed,
Friday.
and yeah.
Now, you realize what time we have to do your closeout party now, right?
Not a problem for me.
I don't know, man. Sometimes you can set. Nope. It says it'll go until Friday at 12:04 a.m. Central. Sometimes you can set it where you can like choose the time that it closes.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Like we're gonna have a late night closeout.
I think Bret's going to be fine. He's already well onto his way to his goal. So I think at that point, he'll be way past his goal and he can just sleep. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the plan. I'll just go to bed and no fun, and just time runs out, and yeah.
Before we get into the campaign, though, I personally want to extend my thank you to Bret. He's been a sponsor of the Madness for a year. We totally appreciate the help that he gave us to keep us up and running, keep the show going. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah. Happy to help,
dude. Can't tell you how much we appreciate it. I know Laurie knows it feels the same way. So hello, Mike. What's up?
Mike Wilkie.
I'm assuming that's coming from your Facebook.
That's coming from my side. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine up in Minnesota when I was doing cons out there for a while. So
it just happened to have been born there. It just happened to be born there in Minnesota. Shh.
Cold there. Don't like it. Real stars. Do not recommend.
It's a lot colder than it is here.
And that's saying something. I know where you live. It's cold there.
Actually, we've only had like 6-7 days below freezing that I can remember this year already so far. But I mean, we had snow and it was really cold.
Yeah.
Not like 29. I mean, like really cold. 0, 3, But for the most part, it's been really mild. It's all melting again. Look out the back, you can see lawn.
This is the first time I can see my lawn since the beginning of the year. So coming out of Chicago, we had quite a few cold days and days where they shut down everything.
But see, isn't it always cold in Chicago? I mean, doesn't the wind always make it cold in Chicago in the summertime?
Sure.
So the funny thing is it's known as the Windy City, but that's not based on the wind.
Right. It is.
It actually goes back to during the World's Fair, during the 1893, I think, Columbian Exposition. It had to do with the politicians that were lobbying for Chicago. And so they said that to host it. And so they said that the politicians that were lobbying for it were so full of hot air that they called it the Windy City.
And then it stuck, but people are like, man, it's windy. That must be it. Hey, Mr. Big. You know what's funny? I don't know, Bret, are you familiar with Mr. Klingeman?
Oh, yeah.
I am. Okay. We've not met in person, but we've been same thing. When I moved to Chicago, we've moved in the same networks, and I need to meet him like in person sometime because we're only like an hour and a half away. And
100% you guys should meet. I had Mr. Big on the show, and that's why when I first saw your commercial, I was like, wait, is this Mr. Big? I'm like, no, this is Bret. I'm like, with the animals because of your one with the coffee and the detective and the animals. And I was like, that's an awesome commercial and book and all of that. Dude. So that's why I was like, the two of you should definitely talk, I'm sure. And I would just like to be there. Like, I don't even want my mic on. I just want to hang out and listen to what your guys' conversation will be, because I'm sure it's going to be awful, like mobsters and alternative history. And
we should just put them on a show together, huh?
I know. See,
Mr. Big is all for it. Show together. Yes.
I'll just be like, I'm here, but I'm going to turn off my camera and my mic and just listen. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
I'm sure it would be such an interesting conversation. Yeah, or at least talk on the phone. No, come on my show.
You guys
both. We'll just do it on the show.
Yeah.
Both of you go on Laurie's show. Mm-hmm. We'll just stay out of it.
I'll be like, I'm here, but I'm not here, right? Have fun.
That would be great. What's up, John Westhoff? Your chat's popping right now. Look, people, we got something to show you.
Yes, let's show it off. Oh, I have the button.
Yeah.
Button. I'm always the one like, push the button. Can we play? We just played this. Is it the same ad?
Yeah, it's the same ad.
Okay,
so you can skip it.
Play it again. But this is so cool, you guys. I would love just like a walkthrough and like the concept and the why behind it, Bret. Like I love poker cards, I love mobsters, I love animals, and you just put all three of them together. Like, Give us
Yes.
the background.
Okay, so I, as people can probably tell if they're not familiar with me, I'm big into true crime, mobsters. I run my own comic called the Dust Bunny Mafia. That's like Looney Tunes meets The Godfather. There's a couple of example strips right there on the page.
It's like bunnies. They're so cute.
And I've been doing this for over 10 years. And about 7 years ago, I moved to Chicago. And as I was moving, we happened to move to Oak Park, which, for those unfamiliar with the Chicago area, Oak Park was the first town outside of the city of Chicago. It was the first suburb on the western side. And that's where a lot of the famous mobsters of Chicago lived. So they didn't live in the actual city of Chicago. They would have their businesses and everything downtown, but then come to the suburbs to actually live and be away from all of their enterprises. And so with that, like, there's Mount Carmel Cemetery, where most of the big mobsters, Capone is buried there, Sam Giancana, leader of the outfit, in the 50s and 60s. So a lot of mobsters lived in Oak Park, in that area. And so I came to the area. I was already interested in true crime. I had my comic going. And so as I moved there and I was transitioning between jobs, I started to do some heavier research into Oak Park. And as such, I was reading a lot of true crime. I was listening to podcasts, and I kept seeing different names pop up that had animals, different mobsters. So like you have right there on the left, you have Anthony Spilatro, also known as Tony the Ant. He was a big Chicago mobster who went to Vegas, and he got immortalized in the film Casino. Not Casino. And so that one, he was famously played by Joe Pesci. Yes. And the whole scene about like how he ended up meeting his end was true. So like he ended up getting a little bit too involved, a little bit too flashy, a little bit too reckless. And the Chicago mobsters said, "All right, we're pulling you." And he didn't like that. He thought he was actually going to get promoted, and he ended up getting killed and buried in an Indiana cornfield. So yeah, it was things like that. I was reading these books, realizing that a lot of these people had really interesting lives. I don't approve of it, but they were interesting. And so I was just like, hey, I already do a mobster animal comic. Why don't I take some of these guys that have animal sounding nicknames, turn them into animal mobsters, and kind of have it as an extension of my brand? And in the same vein, I started doing shows out here. I already had a book out, and so I made a little zine where I took, it was just like a little 10-page zine where I basically created like little pin-ups and had some information about the characters.
Cool.
And so that's where it started. It was 12 pages, tiny little thing, but it was filled with Chicago mobster history with these Mobimals. And I was like, let's see what happens. And so that was kind of the start of it. And then I couldn't let go of it. As I kept reading more and more true crime, I was compiling a list, and now I have almost 100 characters of real life mobsters who had animal nicknames. And then I just kind of spun from there and said, let's keep it going. And so now I started doing trading cards a couple of years ago. I did a bigger pinup booklet last year. And where I basically took, I just did these full illustrations of the characters, put their name, and then their years of birth, death, that kind of stuff. And so I kickstarted that last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, this is the next iteration. So a couple of years ago, I did a deck of playing cards with my Dust Bunny characters, and I sold through a ton of those. And I'm like, let's try Mobimals. Let's see if that gains some traction. So here we are.
Did you use, what's that company? MakePlayingCards.com?
Yep.
Did you?
Yep.
I recognize, because I make poker cards too. So I was like, I recognize that screen with all the check marks. I was like, that's it. That's the one. And also, you have over 100 characters. So this is just our first deck. Yes, I'm sure we'll be getting another deck with the other 50 characters.
If this funds well, yes. All right, that's the plan, is to have a, volume 1 and volume 2.
You always need 2 decks of cards so you can play International Rummy. You need 2 decks for that. Look, these are beautiful.
There is a tier that has 2 decks.
Yeah.
Each tier adds something new to the, I guess, to the package.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Well, we will definitely go shopping. Who designed the back with the?
So I actually commissioned an artist. So I am. I will say, I did not do this 100%, but I always like commissioning other artists. So I actually found a designer on a little network that I follow, little unknown indie guy. But yeah, he specialized in playing cards. And so I went on that network. I reached out to him. I kind of gave him a couple of my cards, gave the logo, and said, here's the theme of the deck. What can you do? And yeah, he came up with a couple of different illustrations for the back of it. And yeah, it totally knocked it out of the park. I ended up using it. It's on the tuck box as well on the back of it. And I actually love the fact that there's more dimension to it. I'm very simplistic in my designs generally. My whole cartoon is very newspaper, very minimalist. And so that's not my strong suit. And I don't know if I would have ever come up with something like this. And I wanted to elevate the brand. And I have some backers who are big into cardistry and big into magic tricks and stuff. And so I wanted to have something that could be easier for them if they're, playing with them and, if they want to try and do some tricks with it. And I showed it to one of my good friends who does that. And he was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I know some things I can do already with just how they look with the intricate design, and it repeats and stuff. So
yeah, they're beautiful. I've tried to design poker cards thinking it's just it's a pattern or sucked at it. It's a lot harder than people think. And this is just beautiful. So hats off to this gentleman. And I think it works really good because your animals, it's not really, I wouldn't call it simplistic, but that's your own style where it's just, gives the information, the name of the animal, it has the picture, and then the years of the life, and then it has, of course, the symbol for the card. But with the 2 next to each other, they balance really well. You know what I mean? It's not over the top design on both sides or too simple on both. It's a nice balance.
Thank you.
I have
and they're gorgeous.
I got one thing I have to say. Bret, you don't credit yourself for the art anywhere in the campaign.
Nope.
All right.
Let everybody know that you're the one that drew these guys.
Yeah,
man.
they're so cool, man.
All right, I'll add it to it.
Yeah, I mean, when you're an artist and writer, you got to give yourself props, man. There's not a lot of wear both the hats out there. You know what I mean? Usually we're one or the other.
Definitely want you to be able to take credit for the creation of these characters and the art that you drew, right? I mean, because I'm like, okay, before I say anything, I better make sure that he drew these. And then I look and it doesn't say anybody drew them. So then I know you did, because if somebody else had, you'd have credited him.
Yep, that's true. So I made a note. I'll do it after we end here. So
give yourself a little love, bro. It's okay to do that.
Ooh. Nope. This looks like you put this in your shower and took a picture.
So that's actually I've got a nice bar in my basement,
Ah.
and so it's came with the house, and it wasn't something we were looking for, but it had it, and all the boxes were checked, and it's got this nice stonework on it, and so I'm like, oh, I can definitely use this to from my proof deck. So
very nice. Where are the Joker cards? Oh, what's going on with this? The third. So
with the Joker cards, when I did my last deck for my Dust Bunnies, I had, so as you know, with like playing cards, there's a 55 card deck is the standard when it comes to poker. So you've got the 52, which is for all the suits, and then the 3 extra. I turn all 3 of them into Joker cards, and so what I do is I have one that's a commission card. So my highest tier is a commission, and so you get to create your own mobster animal character, and that one is the one that's displayed there. And so basically I work with that with an individual backer. We come up with a character, we design them, and I give some fake information or whatever they want, and it goes on the card. That's also what the poker chip, I don't have it featured actually very much in this campaign. I have it in other ones, but the poker chip for the campaign will also have that Mobimal commission on it. And then the other 2 standard Joker cards, I recruit guest artists, and so they will be revealed during the campaign. And so love to have you aboard, Wayne.
Yeah, Mr. Big. It's waiting for you, sir.
The collaboration. Look, I see the collaboration that can happen between.
Oh yeah. That's really cool. It's like, and a comic book you can get drawn into the comic. So this would be really fun. It's like you can get your idea drawn into the poker card deck, which is cool. And as a Joker, that's the best.
I do have a poker chip. I do have a poker chip from the Dust Bunny Mafia.
Ooh.
Yep.
I want to make some poker chips eventually. We got to finish our deck of cards first, but then we'll be doing that someday too. So I might be in Brett's messages like, "Dear Brett."
I'm happy to let you know I've got a great supplier, and basically I'm all for elevating others' brands as well. So if I can share resources, happy to help.
Love it. So limited edition poker chip, exclusive to this campaign. Limited edition sign deck. You're going to sign the cards, or you're going to sign the box?
I'll sign the box.
Gotcha. Yeah. Limited edition whiskey glass. We haven't gotten there yet, but they look super cool. And then the challenge coin. These are.
I'm going to be like, yo, dude, pull the jokers out. Sign all the jokers.
Hand-sewn Mobimal plush. Oh, that's buggy, isn't it?
Yes, there's a plush. There's a plushie.
I know. I just got my... Wait. Yes, thank you. I was like, push the button. He's so cute.
Look at him.
Yep.
It cracks me up because we're all making these plushies of things that are like not supposed to be cute, but we're all like, look how cute he is.
Yep. So this is my take on Bugsy Siegel. So he was a famous mobster, kind of known for the credit of founding Las Vegas casinos as we know them. He had the idea of taking these little carpet off the road, off the beaten path joints and turning them into actual, making Vegas a town that people would, a destination.
Yeah.
And so I had some fun with the name. Instead of going the bug route, which, kind of means crazy in the mobster world, if you're Bugsy, you were kind of off the hinges. But his last name, Siegel, I had fun with it and kind of turned him into a seagull instead of. Yeah. So
see, and I was wondering, I'm sure you did Bugsy Malone, right?
Bugsy, no.
What kind of bug is he? That's what I want to know.
I have another Bugsy. I don't think he's featured in this deck, but who's a
like
a centipede.
There you
So
go. Yeah. See, gotta have.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking mosquito because they're bloodsuckers, right?
Couldn't make him a leech, eh?
Leech, yeah, that worked too, right? Yeah.
I like this coin. Raised antique copper metal recessed. Okay, so it's a copper coin.
Yeah.
And 1.5.
So
Nice.
So that'll be a challenge coin. And so the story on that one is, so the character that's featured is Ignacio Lupo. He was an old time, like late 1800s, early 1900s mobster. He came over from Italy into New York, and he was basically one of the last of the old time mobsters before like Lucky Luciano, Bugsy Siegel, Meyer Lansky, those kind of characters came into the scene. And he was basically like the last of the old regime. They say he was credited with over 60 murders in his lifetime.
Oh, okay.
And he actually, so yeah, he was known as the Wolf. And so I was like, all right, I got to incorporate this. So
cool.
I like wolves. Okay,
there's only 100 of those being made, so that's cool. Is that a pledge level? It is.
Yeah.
Here it is. Oh, it's only $35 for everything. That's super affordable. Go get that
cards, limited edition challenge coin.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at it again. All right, let's see. T-shirt. There he is. Lucky Luciano.
The poker chip goes with every tier, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you get a poker chip no matter what tier, but every tier adds something else to it. So you just keep getting more and more and more the more you scroll down, right?
That's cool.
Yep.
It's a nice shirt. He's cute. I love the filigree and the crown in the background.
It's Lucky Luciano.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little history of that. So with the crown in the background, Lucky Luciano is kind of known as the father of the modern mob. He reestablished the 5 families concept that rule New York. At least they did. And he established the commission, which was the ruling council of the mob. And he did away with a title that was known as Boss of Bosses, or Capo di Tutti Capo, in which basically there was someone that sat above the ruling families and he was the boss of all. And he helped eliminate that. And when he became kind of the overseer and helped establish the commission, he did it so that there was a board, like a company does, board of executives. And so with that, he did away with that title. And because he didn't like it, he thought that it would cause too much friction and have people that wanted, out to kill you. Yeah. And so he was like, I don't want that title. I'm on the board with all these other leaders. You can look to me, but I don't want that title. And so he preferred being called chairman of the board.
Nice.
So,
yeah, I wouldn't want that target on my back either. Knowing those guys, right? No.
Yeah.
Here's the really cool whiskey glass. So nice.
Depends on how loyal my people are.
Yeah, there's always someone who's gunning for the top. Doesn't matter how loyal they are. Or they might think they're doing it for the betterment of the organization at some point. So I don't want to sit in the
not
top
loyal
chair.
To me.
Still don't want to sit in that chair. Nope. Ginge Girl Studio to create a limited run whiskey glass. If you're going to play poker like a mobster, you need to have the appropriately branded drinkware. Yes.
Exactly.
Now, is this sketched or etched into
so
the
it's
glass?
It's sandblasted into it.
Okay.
Cool.
So I got
a friend that does that in Phoenix.
Yeah.
So yeah, last time when I did the Dust Bunny campaign, I did another glass that has the Dust Bunny Mafia logo on it, and I worked with Sunshine of Ginge Girls, who's big in the con circuit, especially in the Midwest. She was at Grand Rapids Pops. She always does a big
Yeah, we
10.
got some from her too. We got some shot glasses from her.
Yep. So big in the indie community. So yeah, I worked with her to create a couple dozen of those, and I'm like, all right, I'm doing another deck of cards. Let's do another glass with her. They're sandblasted. They're dishwasher safe. I throw mine in the dishwasher every time, and I've had this for almost 4 years, and it looks brand new. So yeah, they're nice and reliable. Don't have to worry about the design coming off. So
now the one thing I can say is that I had the pleasure of meeting Bret.
Oh, when?
A couple months ago.
Oh,
yep. Look at that. Now, you see that there are 4 lights. You all know what that refers to, right? Star Trek. If you don't, you should, but don't count these, and don't count these. Yeah, I got to go up and actually talk to Bret, meet Bret. Found out that Bret does some collaborations with some other people that I know, Caitlin Smith. It was, it was fun, man. And usually when I go to the con, I don't get to like hang out for the whole weekend, go both days, all that. I get to go up, try to cram everything, all the interviews and everything into one day. So I think I tripped back to see Bret 3-4 times that day, though. I didn't like just see him once and was gone. It was like we came back because good dude, man. Look. Good dude.
I was just looking at this day 1 backer bonus because we're still technically here too.
Yep, it'll go until practically midnight. So
just makes me chuckle. So people, go back today so you can get one of these. Apparently, if you back in the 24-hour window, you will get this die cut 3-inch by 3-inch sticker. Mobimals characters Bugsy Siegel and Lucky Luciano.
Now, this one's drawn by another friend of ours, Seth DeMoose, because I've also met him at Grand Rapids a couple of years ago the first time.
Yep.
That's awesome. See?
Yeah. So he was doing a commission sale a year or 2 ago, and I'm like, all right, I've wanted to work with you for a while. Let's see you, do a take on a couple of my characters. And I actually incorporated that into a Mobimals coloring book that I was selling at Grand Rapids. And I was able to drop by his table and be like, I don't know if you remember me. We talked online, blah, blah, blah. And then was like, and he remembered the drawing when I said, you did a pigeon and a cat. He's like, yes. And so I brought him, I showed him how it turned out, and he was thrilled. So yeah, it was fun.
Dude, I love it, man. I'm glad that you're up here in my neighborhood because there ain't that many people.
No, they're all by me.
I mean, it's a small crowd up here at the 2 cons that I go to. You know, Bret, Grand Rapids ain't huge.
No, but I mean, compared to C2E2, but there's Wizard World, C2E2, and then it's like Grand Rapids, and you either have to go out to Detroit or you have to go down to Cincinnati.
Well, I go to the one Hall of Heroes. Have you been to that one in South Bend?
I've heard about it. I haven't been able to make it there yet, but
that one's pretty good. It's not as big as Grand Rapids, but it's it does pull some fans. It's a lot of fun. Last time I was there, Jim Shooter was signing everything for free.
Oh, nice.
It was fucking awesome, dude.
I would like
anything you brought him, he would sign it, right? It was like he was signing everything for free. And it was killing me because, like, I'm walking around to the vendors and I'm like, where's your Jim Shooter stuff? Don't you have a stack of stuff out ready? Just ready sell, right? Because dude's over there signing for free. Why wouldn't you have a stack?
Yeah, make it prominent and be like special.
Yeah, right here, man. Jim Shooter books. He's signing over there with the fucking arrow pointing that way, right? I mean, as a vendor, I would have made money that day because nobody else had done that. It's like, you can go through the boxes. No, dude, you're supposed to have pulled all your keys, all your good stuff. Come on and have it over here like Jim Shooter signing. Come on.
I mean, when I was I don't know if it was the day you came or if it was on Sunday, George Takei was doing a special like photo session. Right. And I actually turned my display because about an hour before he was scheduled to appear, a line started forming where they had all the cars in the back, and so I had a direct line of sight, and so I turned the majority of my display so that all the people standing in line, if they were looking my way, would see my products, and I'm like, rearrange things. I don't know if it did anything, but I'm like, all right, I've got time, let's pivot. And
yeah, look,
that's
you
smart.
put it where a whole lot more people saw it, right?
Yeah.
That's all that matters, man. Eyes on. I tell people that all the time. I'm so tired of hearing myself say that.
This is cool too, a returning backer bonus. So exclusively for returning backers, you guys are giving away a limited edition hand-numbered mini collector's card featuring a quote from legendary gangster Al Capone. So it looks like a cool business card, and they're numbered, which is super cool. So totally collectible.
Yep. So I designed that one. I did the lettering and everything on that card, and basically, I wanted to, a lot of people do, early backer bonuses, or I'll do milestone bonuses sometimes. And this time I was like, all right, let's do something a little different. Let's make it, special. So I'm going to be hand numbering them, and it doesn't matter if you've pledged $1 to any of my campaigns. If you're a returning backer, throughout the campaign you pledge, and I'll send you one of these cards.
Nice.
There you go, guys. There you go.
Cost, we all know what it is. Printing, art, rewards, miscellaneous Kickstarter fees, they take a chunk. Shipping, of course.
Look, he didn't even charge anybody for the art. Look at him. Look at
this. He didn't even put it in there. He was like, art is free. See, on mine,
time is worth money too, my friend. I'm just
it's my free time. So
that testimonial from Awkward Yeti, that's so cool.
I do, and I've met Nick once.
Really?
Good guy. I was actually hoping when I went to Grand Rapids to meet up with him if he was going to be in the area, but he wasn't. So hoping to meet up with him again soon.
Fun. I didn't know he was in Michigan.
Yep, he's outside of the Detroit area a little bit.
Gotcha.
So
lots of testimonials. Look at all those 5 stars, people. Satisfied customers, there they are.
See, that's the one I have, based on a true story. Aww. Good stuff. I love it.
Look at this little peanut. It's so cute.
If I wasn't such a broke ass, I'd have been buying everything when I was at his
it's
table.
hard.
I think Brad bought some, didn't he?
Yeah, Brad bought Detective Potatoes.
Brad always buys everything. He's like, we'll leave, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take it easy today." But everywhere we go, he's like, "Oh, I don't have those. I gotta have those."
Dude, this is your 14th Kickstarter.
Yep.
Holy moly!
I started in 2019, in end of summer, August, I think, was my first. Gosh. I will say, in this regard, COVID was the best thing that happened to me for my brand, because I didn't have to commute into work. I was commuting an hour and a half each way, and all the extra time, and I was just able to focus my, do my day job, log off. I was already at home, and was able to make comics, and I came out with, I think, 4 Kickstarters in 2020, and
busy. But that's what happens when you're passionate about something. It's just you just sit down and go. So
and that 14, that's your guarantee you're going to get.
I mean, after 14 created, it's like it's a given. We're getting our stuff, right? No one's getting gypped here. If someone got gypped, it would have been on like creation number 2, and then anymore. So 14.
No, I think we're good. Look, not only that, but this man even invests in sponsorship on networks that play his ad and stuff. He wants to be seen. He understands how this thing works. Speaking of which, you got about a month left on your sponsors. So we got you covered for this one, bud.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Covered for this one, right?
Let's go shopping. All right, I'm ready. So deck of cards gets you in the door at $20. Nice. Not only the poker poker deck, but you get the poker chip as well.
Yep. Now, is that the same chip that I have?
No. So
your new one?
Each campaign has a different chip.
Right.
And so I create them and I'll do a limited run. I'll only print them once. And so depending on, some campaigns have bigger amount of backers, so I'll print more, but I only print them once.
Okay, next time I see you, make sure you bring one of each so I can make sure I have the whole set.
Okay.
I have the whole set.
I mean, I'm sure, that sponsorship, we could work out something.
You always can, brother. You always can.
All right. So after, and like Pop said, it looks like it just builds.
Add something.
Yeah, for the most part, it builds. So yeah, the next step up from the deck of playing cards is the one that gives you the challenge coin, like we talked about earlier. So it has the deck, the poker chip for this campaign, and the challenge coin.
Yep.
Cool.
Next up is a double deck of cards and the poker chip. So for those of you that want, to play bigger games,
or if you want one to use and one to
one that's signed, that's displayed. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And then you open the other one. Call that the Nat Special. I don't know why. It's just what it's called.
The associate bundle. I like this. Associate bundle.
So as I talked about earlier, some of the different iterations of Mobimals, that is basically your catch-up tier. So this tier has the deck of playing cards, has a deck of trading cards that I did in 2021, where I took basically, that's the one thing I didn't bring with me. I took the Mobimal characters and I did a little pinup like on the front of it, and then on the back I put facts about the real life mobster, and it's in this foil case, a little sleeve, and so you get the first volume of that. You get the Mobimals pinup booklet volume 1 from the Kickstarter last year, and you get the deck of playing cards.
Let me see that.
Beautiful. Yeah, this is the pinup one.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
I like the foil trading pack. It's like you're opening up a pack of Pokemon cards.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, baseball cards. They all come in that pack, so it has that authentic feel to it. Nice.
Yep.
And it's the unopened packs 20 years from now that end up being worth money.
Yep.
Because you don't know what's in it. And if any of them cards ended up being worth something, then them unopened packs are gold 20 years from now. I mean, I never open them.
$50 gets you a t-shirt level.
Yep.
Also comes with a challenge coin, the poker deck, and the poker chip. What a deal.
Yeah. So as you will see, some of them, not all of them build and give you everything. Some of them are like the challenge coin level, I think I put like 65 or something on just the deck of cards and the challenge coin, because then there's in the upper levels, so like the t-shirt, and as we go, there are some other ones that have it. So
now I've looked at these whiskey glasses. They're not cheap, guys. So for $60, where you get all this stuff plus a whiskey glass, that's well worth the money. They're not cheap.
They're not, but I like doing them. My fans like them. And
now, do you think in the weight of all the packages for shipping ahead of time and stuff?
Yep. Okay. So I have all of the U.S. backers. Shipping's already calculated in, and so it's already included, packed into the pledge level. There's no extra charge for shipping if you're in the U.S. If you're anywhere, Canada, Mexico, overseas, you will have shipping. Unfortunately, if I could, bake in that, pledge levels would be ridiculous for everyone.
Yeah.
But I do have backers, some loyal backers in Australia, Germany, Canada, places like that where,
Yeah, shipping's crazy. We know.
Shipping's crazy. I
Yeah.
I did an ornament for Christmas and with my characters and did a little Mafia Christmas album, digital parody Christmas album, and I had a exclusive Christmas ornament, and I had one shipped to Australia that got lost in the UK for about 2 weeks, and it just stalled. And it's like there's no reason it should be there. And the backer was great.
Hey, that's what I want to know.
I have no idea.
That package was like, I'm going on an adventure, and just went.
Yep. It ended up getting resolved, but I had to ship it twice, and eventually he got 2 packages within 3 days of each other. And I'm like,
one finally arrived, and then the one you sent the second. Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen that happen before too.
But yeah, it stalled, and it was just like, why is this here?
Yeah. Why? Mobimals Made Man. You did that on purpose, bundle. Made Man is in mob. Hello.
Yep. So that is the deluxe catch-up version.
Oh, sorry, you pushed the button. Wow.
It was Global Post, so I don't know. But yes, I'm assuming it somehow made it out of the British mail system. But yeah, so that is the deluxe catch-up version. So it has your poker chip, your deck of playing cards. It has the booklet. And it's the actual extended booklet. I have one version of the booklet that's 36 pages and another one that's 40 pages. So you get the 40-page one with this one. You get the trading cards, and you also get a bunch of extras. So as I took to Grand Rapids and Pop saw, I had a deluxe version of the Mobimals booklet that was packaged, and it had like a keychain and a bar coaster and some stickers, die-cut vinyl.
Cool.
And then it also comes with 2 trading cards that are rares. So like the up in the top right corner of that picture, pretty small, I have 2 silver and red gilded edges cards that were one-offs, that were only printed. The first one had 30 prints and the second one only had 50 printed. And they're special Mobimals trading cards. So they come in their own sleeves and everything.
Cool. Those are cool. Gilded. I want gilded cards.
I want to see Sam the Frog. Hold on. I want to see Sam the Frog. Where's Sam the Frog? Go back up.
Did I miss? What?
It says right there. It says right here on Mobimals Man-Made. It says the Gilded Edge cards featuring Tony the Ant and Sam the Frog. I want to see what Sam the Frog looks like, Brett.
It's like,
you got one?
I didn't.
No, I don't have him on. He's in the. Oh, that's why. I actually have him as a guest artist for the Joker card. So I will. You'll see it here first. This has yet to be revealed.
Okay.
Okay. Exclusive.
So the first Joker card that will be revealed later is Sam the Frog Glorioso, which is by a guest artist, Bret Juliano, who is a good friend of mine up in the Minnesota Twin Cities area. And so Sam Glorioso was a Indiana mobster who worked for the Chicago mob. And yeah, so he actually, so as you saw, that would be the first Joker card revealed. I normally reveal them at like 25% funded. So I'll update the Kickstarter page a little bit later with that. And
that was a Madness exclusive, people.
It was. I love it when we get those.
Hell yeah. Dude.
What's this? You got oh my gosh.
So I leaned heavily into the game aspect. And so with that tier, you get you get 2 decks of the playing cards. And then it comes in a special box that I will brand with the Mobimals logo on it. And it'll have a little black velvet inlay tray. And so it'll have the 2 decks of cards in that custom box. In addition, I have a engraved flask.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. I'm a little geeking out over here. Go
Come
ahead.
on.
So yeah, and so this is fully engraved on
Is
this
that
black.
from the same people as the glass, or
no? This is actually from a local Chicago brother team, McGeever Brothers, I believe is how they pronounce it. And so it has the same quote by Capone that's engraved on this flask. So
I like it.
Ooh.
Good job, dude.
I want to look closer at this box. I think you should have a picture of that down here at somewhere where you have your merch showing. But this box,
picture of that
for your
box.
cards, is gorgeous.
thank you.
Do you have one of those handy?
I do not. When it funds, I will purchase them, and then you can update it.
Yeah.
But,
I feel some things I can order in advance, and some I'm just like, it's too rich for my blood.
yeah.
Gotta wait for those Funko Pops.
So yeah. So and then So the next step up from there is the Bugsy Siegel. So yeah, you get this limited edition handmade plush of Bugsy Siegel, as well as a bunch of other goodies like the T-shirt and double decks of playing cards, whiskey glass, things like that. So, and the challenge coin. So
it just keeps getting bigger.
I know. And then here we are, decks of cards and Joker card commission.
Yep.
Yeah. All that. Did you throw the kitchen sink on this one? Or was just like you get one of each?
Pretty much. I mean, this one you get like 6 decks of playing cards, and you get the commission. So every deck in this run is going to have your Mobimal character featured in it. You get a bunch of poker chips. You get the plush, the flask, things like that. So
not to steal Rob's catch line, but that's kind of the big package.
Oh, get your mind out of the gutter.
It's his catch line, not mine. I'm just saying.
My mind lives in the gutter. What am I talking about?
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now is the time. Let's play it. Where's the video? Oh, this isn't my studio. There you go.
What do you mean? Oh, sometimes I want to shoot Doc for that one.
I love it. I'm always dancing in the background when it's playing.
I know.
It's good. I like it.
This is awesome. You guys go back it.
Yeah, please go check it out. This is beautiful.
As the beer hawker at PIR used to yell when he walked up and down the stands, you want it. You'd be like,
what? I mean, like for people that actually do poker tournaments and, have game nights, this $350 level with 6 decks of cards and like all of the things, that would be really cool for them because they can get like the whole shebang and they get their card included in it as well. So heck yeah, man.
And I don't have it. Yep. There's only one. And I don't have it shown there because it's hard to actually show, but I do have a single add-on, one of one, where you can customize a poker chip set. So I will print a I don't know if yeah. So on the very bottom, right there. Yep. So I will print a custom 300 set of poker chips with 6 different designs, and basically it's fully customizable. So you can put your, I'll create characters for you, or you can pick from the Mobimals and the Dust Bunnies, however you want to do it. And you basically can have your, at home, like 4 to 6 player poker tournament with 300 chips that are custom. It comes with the gunmetal case for carrying them.
I can already see it, dude. A bunch of Mobimals with the green one being Crom.
Oh, no, stop it.
I can already see it.
Not everything needs a Crom. He doesn't fit in this one.
If it was my set, it would need a Crom. Do you see what I'm saying? If I bought them, it'd be like, okay, I want all the other ones Mobimals, but the green one, it's got to be Crom.
I mean, if you're going to pay for this, then yes, I guess you should.
Yeah, it's,
We'll do it. He's like, yeah, go ahead and back it, Pops.
yeah, right. If I had the money to back that, we wouldn't be looking for any more sponsors. StreamYard would pay for it. Everything would be fine.
That's funny.
Not that people can't still sponsor, but you know what I'm saying? If I don't need them, I don't go out and ask for them. It's just this one time a year, every year. It's like, hey, we need sponsors. StreamYard stuff costs money. Come on, help us out. And people do, and we love them for it.
So when it comes to the mob history, you said that moving to Chicago kind of spurred you because you were in Oak Park, but like how do you research your stuff? I was talking with Mr. Big about this too, and it's like most of the stuff is not in like textbooks. How do you go about finding out all the history for these guys?
So if I was downstairs in the basement, I could show you my true crime bookshelf. So I've got a little bookshelf that I've acquired, and I'm overfilling of true crime books. Facebook has actually been a great way for that to help grow. So, I mean, there's numerous. So obviously, you've got books, local library, they usually have a pretty good true crime section. So moving to Oak Park, I'll make a note of that, Wayne. So yeah, I started at my library originally in Oak Park, looking up to true crime and, free resources there. And then at the time when I was working and lived a decent commute away, I would find podcasts. So like one that's very good that I've gotten to know the host and creator of is called Gangland Wire by Gary Jenkins. And he is a retired Kansas City detective who worked in the organized crime division, and then became a lawyer, and now does this podcast where he basically deep dives into true crime and specifically mobsters. And so I got to know him listening to his podcast, and then connected with him on Facebook, and then just kind of networked from there. I found a bunch of other true crime creators, authors, researchers, retired law enforcement people that have their own podcasts or books, and networked with them. And I mean, that's one of the big ways now. So there's Facebook groups dedicated to these kind of things. Mob Summit is a good Facebook group that's run by some top-notch researchers. And yeah, so I mean, it's a community effort, but between, podcasts and books and the internet, I mean, there's tons of free resources out there. So
that's cool. That's what I think is the most interesting. It's kind of like this hidden history that, we as a country have, and like most people aren't even aware of, that stuff like this happens. It's like how the mob is really in any kind of business, and how deep it goes and what's their, scale of influence is just really interesting to me. So the investigation and the research, I think, is really cool, where it's like you guys really put on like a detective hat and go find all this alternative history. I love it. I love it. Sorry, that was my little nerding out moment.
No, all good.
There you go.
Original gangsters. I would definitely like that advice. Thank you, Mr. Big. I will listen to that one. Lots of cool stuff.
And there you have it.
There we have it. Thank you, Bret, for walking us through, showing off all the wares. Everybody, make sure you click on this link. You can go check out the campaign yourself and go shopping. Pick out what works best for you. There's so much good stuff. Just want to know what? My piano is what? I don't understand that comment there, so I'm not going to put it up.
I'm going to guess that's spam. So
I'm going to say it's probably just something. We've got enough attention where the bots have showed up. Very cool.
Yeah, go with 434. You'll be happy.
Usually it's like A440 is what people usually tune to. I don't know.
Yeah, but he says his 434 sounds more accurate than the 440. So whatever you hear, bro, make yourself happy. You know what I mean? Play that funky music, white boy.
Random comment time.
I love it. Oh,
it's better than the one where they told me my house was on fire on the show. I was like, excuse me, what?
There you go. I just saw a ding. Happen right there in front of us.
Yeah. Oh, geez. There we go.
There in front of us. I think that might have been from Wayne. Look at that.
Showing some love. There you go.
All right. You guys know what to do.
Yeah.
Share this out. Tell your friends. If you're down with this kind of stuff, back it.
Heck yeah. That's how we make things happen. New and upcoming projects all need some love so that way they can see the light of day. Yours truly included, right?
Uh-huh.
So, Bret, tell everybody where they can follow you on socials, all of that good stuff, so that we can follow along with your success.
Yeah. So, Dust Bunny Mafia is the main brand. So I'm on Facebook, Dust Bunny Mafia. I'm on Instagram, Dust Bunny Mafia. It's spelled a little different, but if you just search Dust Bunny Mafia, it'll come up. I'm on X or Twitter still, periodically. Don't check it as much, but I'm on there just to kind of scope things out from time to time. Also, Dust Bunny Mafia. And yeah, I mean, you can pretty much Google Dust Bunny Mafia and find your flavor, whether it's social media. I've done tons of YouTube and different interviews throughout the years for different products and such. Doing shows like with Two Geeks Talking with Kurt. That's a great show that I'm actually going to be on again soon. Love his deep dives. And yeah, I mean, I've been featured on the Madness Network several times. And you can also find my website.
Brother. Always.
Thank you. And so, yeah, just search Dust Bunny Mafia. I've got a store online. I'm on Kickstarter. And yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching. Bret, so great to meet you. I love when I'm moving in the same circles as someone for a while and I finally get to sit down and like ask questions and nerd out together.
I do want you to get him and Wayne
on the Tuesday Brew. Yes, we're going to make that happen.
I do want to see that. That would be awesome.
I have an opening on March 5th. I'm all booked in February, but I have an opening on March 5th, which is also my birthday.
So you want that as a birthday present?
Yeah, where I can hang out and listen to cool stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
The campaign will be over, but it could still happen. That still work.
I've got plenty of stuff to talk about. It doesn't have to be Kickstarter.
And especially with him and Mr. Big, I'm sure there will be. Yeah. I'll just be like drinking coffee the whole time. Like, this is great.
Just pop in with a question once.
Be like, so about that. taking notes.
I'm pretty sure you guys are going to have a great conversation. I want to be there when it happens.
Yeah.
That means don't go talk to each other a whole bunch between
now.
So you don't have nothing to talk about then either, right, guys? No, do what you got to do. Make your stuff happen. Appreciate you, Bret. Everybody in the chat, Mitch, Lou, Timothy. Geez, man, everybody. Okay, Wayne. Love you guys, man. Y'all have a great day. I'm gonna get out of here, Laurie. Thank you, as always. And I think I'm going to play some commercials. I'm going to start with playing the Mobimals trailer again, though.
Yeah, do that.
In case y'all missed it. This is good stuff, too, right?
Yes, it is.
Right. You're doing really good with the bids, man. I just want you to know. You're doing really good.
Commercials are great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Check it out, everybody. Peace.
Welcome to Mobimals. Mafia Animals Poker Playing Cards. Make 100. Where real-life mobsters meet the wild side. Let's dive into the intriguing world of this unique deck. Meet Carmine the Snake Persico and Vincent Mad Dog Call. Real-life mobsters with fascinating stories. Mobimals takes these characters and transforms them into their animal nickname counterparts. Introducing a 55-card poker-sized deck featuring 52 of your favorite mobsters reimagined as animals. Each card is a dedication to a different real-life mobster, complete with their name, nickname, affiliation, and birth-death years. But that's not all. This limited edition print run includes exclusive items like poker chips, signed decks, whiskey glasses, challenge coins, and even handmade Mobimal plushies. Don't miss your chance to be part of this limited edition experience. Back Mobimals, Mafia Animals Poker Playing Cards. Make 100 on Kickstarter now. Let's bring these mobster animals to life together.
Anyway, is it a comic book? No, that's not it. Is it this? What the heck is Path of the Pale Rider, man? There's no way this is right. How about this? I have no idea.
We can rob a bank.
Oh, it's this.
small town unlike any other, Lisa and her husband Ray were away from home for a long time. The stress of the world brought them back to their homestead to recharge. The entire family is reuniting once again for a time of faith, food, and fun. The whole town is invited. Come join Ray and his family for the feast of a lifetime. Welcome to the picnic. Slaughterville Book 3, The Cannibal Rednecks, is a 66-page, full-color story of love, loss, and family, set in the small town of Slaughterville. Look for it on your favorite crowdfunding platform.
Just back it already.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz
how to drive.
hands. Jazz hands.
Have a good night.